Yeah, don't worry about that. I don't need to. I'm not required to identify. Who are you? A police officer? Like, you're giving directives. I'm wondering whether you've got any sort of jurisdiction or.
Okay, and you're asking questions, and I wonder about the same for you.
Okay, but I'm not giving direct.
I'll come and talk to you around the front.
I'm not giving any directives though.
I'll come and talk to you
I'm good. I'm good here, you know.
So I'm not being confrontive or anything.
But who are you though?
Yeah, I am a police officer.
May I please see your warrant card?
No.
Why not?
Come and speak to me around the front.
I can speak to you here. Are you not required to show me your warrant card?
Not right now.
Well, you've just identified as a police officer.
Yeah,
so how do I know you're a police officer? You're in plain clothes.
I'm not in plain clothes. I'm just a
Footage courtesy of koleeberks, link in the description. Subscribe to Law Lines, where every frame defends your rights. When authority demands obedience without offering identity, the balance shifts instantly and exposes what lies beneath the badge, because transparency is the foundation of lawful policing, while secrecy destabilizes it from the start. And in Horsham, the first confrontation arrives quietly but carries the weight of everything that follows.
So yeah, this is going to be Horsham Police Station. I would love to walk through there. However, there is signage, so we've got to play by the rules. And obviously, I can't really leverage them if there's signage there and I've walked in. Like, do you know what I mean? There's certainly no implied right of access.
A space without signage speaks louder than any argument about access, because the law begins where restrictions end and clarity replaces confusion. And here, the open path shows the public was always allowed to walk this ground.
Nothing was really happening. Opening hours. Is this not straight? This isn't straight, is it? Hold on. Yo, look. That's just silly. What the fuck? That's just silly. Why would they leave keys down there? I'm gonna, if I bump into something.
Security is not just what's written in policy but what's practiced in reality. And a ring of police keys left exposed says more about oversight than any official statement ever could, reminding us that accountability often starts with the smallest unnoticed mistake. And
so yeah, so far so good, Horsham. You know, from a content perspective, it's kind of pretty frustrating when nothing's going on, I'll be honest. But from a sort of civil rights, police public relations perspective, it's good, it's healthy. So guys, like, let me know, should I upload these videos? Like, if nothing's really happening and the content's a bit poor, like, I need to kind of gauge.
An audit is a waiting game where silence reveals the truth better than confrontation, because genuine behavior emerges when officers believe nobody is watching, and patience becomes the sharpest tool for exposing real-world policing culture.
Yeah, how can I help you?
How can I help you?
I don't need any help.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, don't worry about that. I don't need to. I'm not required to identify. Who are you? A police officer? Like, you're giving directives. I'm wondering whether you've got any sort of jurisdiction or.
Okay, and you're asking questions, and I wonder about the same for you.
Okay, but I'm not giving direct.
I'll come and talk to you around the front.
I'm not giving any directives though.
I'll come and talk to you
I'm
around
good.
the
I'm good here, you know.
So I'm not being confrontive.
Authority approaches cautiously at first, testing the intentions of the camera with careful questions, but beneath the surface lies an unease about being scrutinized on their own doorstep, because a lens removes comfort faster than any policy change ever will.
Well, you've just identified as a police officer.
Yeah,
so how do I know you're a police officer? You're in plain clothes.
I'm not in plain clothes. I'm just arriving at work.
I would really expect you to identify.
Okay. Well, let me go.
You do work for a public service.
On.
I don't need to. I'm not interested in seeing you in uniform. I just want to know who I'm speaking
Come and speak
to.
to me around the front, and I'll speak to you.
Well, why can't we speak here?
Because we're in the car park for the police station.
So we're arguing over what tarmac, like which part of the tarmac.
You're clearly aware that this is a car park.
Yeah, I understand that it's a private car park. I know it is, but
so
there's an implied right of
off?
access. No, I don't need to step off. No. Why would I step off?
A directive without identification carries no legitimacy, for power must be accountable when it speaks and transparent when it commands, and refusal to identify transforms a simple interaction into a challenge of rights.
For what? Have you not got like a job to be getting on with?
Yeah.
So would it not
This
be?
is my job right
is
now.
it not in the public's interest to get on with your job?
So right now, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your interest is here. and you haven't really explained yourself, so I'm going to wait.
I don't need to, do I?
What is your name?
What's your name?
I've already given you my identification number. What's your name?
Doesn't matter what my name is.
Okay.
I'm not required to give my name.
All right.
So, like, stop being so tense. Like, I'm not here for any trouble. Like,
I don't know, so I've never met you before. You won't tell
all right,
me
well,
who
let's
you
go
are.
on things.
The pushback grows stronger. As uncertainty grows deeper, officers begin tightening their stance not by evidence but by discomfort, proving how quickly authority shifts when faced with a camera that doesn't retreat.
There.
Okay.
This place, there isn't any signage, so I can be here. Does that make sense?
Okay, but I don't understand why you need to be here.
Because this is a police station.
This is a private car park.
Yeah.
You know you've come through the barrier.
So,
you know you're around in the private
so who
car
owns
park.
all this property then?
It's the car park for the police
So
station.
does
as you well know.
Sussex Police own this, or do they lease this? Do you have an occupational lease for this place, or do you actually does Sussex
As
Police
you well
actually
know,
own the property?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, you should really know before kind of giving directives and stuff. Like, if you don't know, then you shouldn't be telling me where to go and stuff.
Okay. What I need you to do though is come and speak to me around the front.
A second officer arrives with confidence, yet carries the same misunderstanding of access and rights, turning a simple audit into a misinformed standoff about public land and private authority. And this moment becomes the pivot point where tension begins to crystallize.
Of the police station.
So
You don't need
what
to
could
be
I
here.
what could I possibly do here?
I don't know, but I don't know your intentions. This is
I don't
a
have any
police
bad
station.
intentions.
You can understand why I might be concerned that you're filming around a police station and filming number plates of cars.
Hello mate, you alright?
Hello.
How are we doing?
Yeah, not so bad.
good.
I'm just explaining to her that I have a right to be here.
Well, not this bit here.
No, I do. It's
no,
publicly accessible.
This-
The other part, there's signage here. There isn't.
Yeah, but well, okay, well, I'm obviously going to let you know now that this bit isn't.
I know that it's private, yeah.
Yeah,
But
so-
there's an implied right of access, so I can
Not
be
to this
here.
bit, you need to go
No,
around
there,
the
of
front.
course there's an implied right of access. Did I hop over a fence to get here?
No.
My car can't come here.
Yeah.
The auditor answers their certainty with calm logic instead of confrontation, highlighting that implied access is grounded in law, not personal preference. And the officers begin to see that their position may not stand on legal ground.
I can be here under the Criminal Justice Act. I can be here.
No, and then I'm telling you that you can't.
Yeah, what you're telling me doesn't matter. Like, you can tell me all you like. I know that I can be here.
No, you can't.
Would you identify yourself, please?
Yeah, PC James London,
Thank you. And
Alright,
what's your
so-
collar number?
Charlie Mike 888.
And yourself, please.
Jesus, so I don't think 3675.
Listen, I'm not here for any trouble.
No,
I'm
I
not
know
here to
you're not. I know
antagonise
you're
people.
not.
But I would ask you, please, not to ask me to leave this place because there's no signage.
Yeah.
There's an implied right of access.
But
I've
I can
told
tell
her.
you as much as you could tell me to leave your front garden. There's, it's
No, that's
quite
different
fucking
though.
strong.
That's
It's not
different though.
Fear emerges disguised as concern over number plates and safety, yet the scenarios they invoke reveal more about insecurity than actual risk, and suspicion replaces clarity when the camera forces accountability.
It's absolutely different.
Because this bit, so you need to go back round to the front. You
I
can
can't,
film
I'm afraid.
all day around, as long as you like, round
No,
the
I
front.
can't.
but you
So
do
we're
need
going to
go
argue
round.
over a bit of tarmac. This is a police station. You have an occupational lease for this place in order to do a service for the public.
Yeah.
So as a taxpayer, I have a right to be here. Do you understand that? Sussex Police don't own this property. This property is leased off of somebody else using tax money. So this place essentially becomes a public place, not like your front.
Trespass becomes their defensive shield, even though it holds no criminal weight, because civil matters cannot justify threats of removal with force without proper grounds, and pressure exposes how easily authority can misstate the law under stress.
Annie, all the time we're talking to you.
Yeah,
we're
at
not
your
able to do our
your
job,
discretion,
are we?
you've come out here to do this.
No, I arrived at work while you filmed me arriving in my private car.
Okay, and you've chosen to engage with me.
Yeah, obviously.
And I've tried to allay your suspicions.
You haven't actually, because you
See,
haven't given us your
don't put hands
details.
on me. That will be an assault,
haven't given us your
and I can sue
details.
you in a civil court for that. Well, I'm not committing an offence, am I?
No, but we could. So understand that people can remove people from their property. Yeah.
Lawfully eject someone, yes.
Yeah. And obviously we are members of Sussex Police.
Yeah, but
so therefore,
Sussex Police
The warning of physical removal sharpens the moment into a near breaking point, revealing that the escalation stems from uncertainty, not actual danger, and the tension hangs heavy as each word risks tipping the balance.
No, they don't.
it's
They
not
lease
this
it.
one,
They lease
so
it.
I know they probably lease a lot of them, but I'm pretty sure this one's.
Okay,
actually-
well, until you're 100% sure, I wouldn't
matter
want
if
to
you lease it
launch
anyway,
with
still-
with
Thing
with
is,
with
sir, you
with
don't
assaults
need-
and
you
stuff.
don't
Listen,
need
you
to
can
be
like
here.
it's not a personal thing. If you want to put hands on me, that's
You
fine.
don't need to be here.
But it's just not a good idea
Why don't you just film around the front and just before the police
because
come?
I'm trying to prove a point by being here.
Yeah,
what
you're
point?
trying
What
to
is
get
the point?
Wait,
I'm not.
so you can get some footage on your YouTube channel.
Well, if that's what you think it is, then all right. Well, we need to make a decision because I'm not moving.
No, we've got, as you well know.
Mm.
You know, you're talking about wasting police time.
You feel a bit. You feel more calm.
Yet the auditor remains steady, refusing to be baited into aggression, because calmness under pressure is the strongest defense against unlawful overreach, and this control prevents the moment from sliding into chaos. Under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, land without signage or barriers remains open to public access regardless of ownership.
Different, isn't
Like
it?
I've said to you since I met you, I don't understand your intentions.
Because all of this
You
is
have been
paid for by
filming
tax
number
money. My
plates,
garden isn't
and
paid for by
I saw
tax
you
money.
filming number plates of private
Okay, well, if you're so
cars.
concerned about your number plate, consider taking the
Not
bus
just
to
my
work.
number plate. I saw you
Why are the
filming
cars
these
not
ones while I
MOT?
was
Why are you
waiting.
so concerned? Are the cars not MOT? Like, what can I possibly do with your
I
plate?
don't know what you want to do. That's what I don't understand.
I can check it's MOT and that's it. So unless the cars aren't MOT, there should be nothing
I
to
don't
worry
understand
about.
your intentions for doing
Right,
that.
there's no, and
Why-
I can't
if-
get any information out of a number plate anyway.
Then why are you filming them? Why would you be gathering that information? That's what concerns me. And you could see why I'm concerned about that, couldn't you? You're
Listen,
gathering information. What will you
listen.
do with that information? You're saying you
Clarity finally surfaces when officers acknowledge the missing signage, admitting the public access was valid and the auditor's rights were intact all along, showing how the truth often emerges only after the tension dissolves.
Just walk out because you say so.
Yeah.
People are going to say, oh, well, you're not exercising your rights
Yeah.
in a way that you should.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't want to have hands put on me and
Of course.
because you have been cordials. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So why don't you just end your video, not post
Miss, can you
it,
stop
and leave?
interrupting every 2 minutes? You're
I wouldn't.
interrupted.
I
We're having a
waited for you to
conversation.
stop.
We're resolving the matter, and you just keep butting
I
in.
waited for you to
But the more
stop.
you're doing this, like, it's making
No,
me
I'm
a bit
asking
agitated,
you.
isn't it? You're trying to escalate the situation.
not.
I'm doing my
I'm asking
best
you,
to
you don't
de-escalate.
have to post this. You could just end it. Think right today.
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
a
guess
good
what? I
day,
don't take
and
orders
move
from you,
along.
though.
The auditor explains that rights must be exercised or they quietly fade away, and backing down without reason sends the wrong message about public freedoms. Yet escalation is avoided because principle must never overshadow safety.
Okay.
If it's all about your saving face, then I'm just.
It's
saying
not
don't-
about. Listen, it's
Yes,
not about.
it
It's
is.
not all about saving face. What do I achieve? Either way, I'm probably going to get escorted off, aren't I?
I don't know what you're going to achieve.
So the outcome is still going to be the same, whether I like it or not.
What
Clearly,
I'm
you
saying
got
is,
you.
I
Clearly,
don't
you
know
guys
what
are
your
very,
intentions are.
very like. You like this is very concerning for you, and this is a priority for you. Yeah, but I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I'm not doing anything, am
why
I?
we're concerned.
Why? What can I possibly get from your vehicles?
So you're filming registration plates.
Okay, I'm okay. Say I filmed that red reg. Now what? What can I do with that?
We've
don't
got
know.
very
I can
much
check its
upset
MOT,
you.
and that's it.
But we don't know that you're.
When communication replaces assumption, the tone shifts dramatically. The officers begin seeing intent rather than threat in the camera's presence, and humanity finally steps ahead of authority.
But chopped them off. As I say, film out the front for as long as you like. You can stay out there. I have no issues with that at all. But as I say, this bit is private.
All right, guys. I'm
You can go back around the corner.
gonna comply simply because he hasn't tried to put hands on me
Thank you.
and he hasn't tried to escalate the situation. So on that basis, if I stay after he's kind of asked me several times, then it's me that's escalating the situation. Does that make sense? So if you remember at Stroud, the guy tried to put hands on me straight away, so that's why I didn't leave. But in the case of, what was your name?
Jake.
PC James.
Thank you, mate.
That's fine, but this lady, she's got a bit of like a, I don't know, like obviously you've de-escalated the situation.
Respect earns cooperation where force would only breed conflict, and leaving becomes a decision grounded in professionalism rather than surrender, ending the encounter with dignity rather than hostility.
All right, guys, that was Horsham Police Station. You know, as I explained, the guy wasn't trying to escalate the situation. So on that basis, I thought I owed him the courtesy of leaving. Yeah, people are going to say in the comments, oh, you know, like you bottled it, like why did you not stay and this and that? But come on, like you're not the one that's there, you know, putting yourself on the line to try and do these things. So it's kind of different when you're in the situation. As I said, he was being cordial. So if I continued to resist and stayed there, then
The final walkaway carries the weight of everything revealed here today, that accountability thrives when calmness stands firm against pressure, and that every audit adds another light to the places authority prefers to keep dim. Authority requires identification. Transparency is the backbone of policing. De-escalation is strength. Calmness is the greatest tool of accountability. If you stand for transparency and public rights, share this video widely and subscribe to Lawlines, where every investigation strengthens your freedoms and every story exposes the truth behind the badge.